Good morning, students. Welcome you all in this computer application class. In last class, we have proceeded with the our conditional statement, that is if else if. So in this session also we will continue the same statement, means if else if statement. We will see some examples over the if else if statements, and then we'll see the further things. Okay, so we are running under the chapter 9, and in chapter 9 you have seen the conditional statements, and under conditional statements we were in the if else if statement. This is the structure of if else statement. Actually, what happens in this statement? See, there is a structure here you will follow. This is the condition. When this condition means we provide if as a condition, if a condition, and then when this condition gets true, so control is passed to this statements. Means your control will go inside this block and all the statements written here will execute. When it is wrong, suppose condition gets wrong, so if will get and false logical value. Because of that value, control will be sent to else part. Else is further containing a condition. So now condition will be checked on the basis of this if, and if the condition again gets true, so if will allow to go in the if block, otherwise it will go for else block. So this way the control passes from one end to another end. Means condition gets true, so if block. Condition gets false, so else if block. Else if block condition checked. If condition is true, so else if block statement will run. Otherwise else block statement will execute. So this where the yesterday's missed topic. Due to internet failure, the session was not continued. So I thought I must revise that. And yesterday I have started a program, that is the name of weekdays. So I'm continuing with that. See, this was the program, example program to print the name of weekdays as per the given number. Means you have the means any number, and on the basis of number you have to print a particular day of the week. Yesterday I told you some easier program on if else if statement. Now we will see a little big but very easy program. See, in this program you will see we have taken a class name, void a function. In the function we have passed a parameter and will ask a value while execution of the program. After that we will give the value. Whatever value will come here. For example, if I am giving n equal to 5, so this 5 value, whatever n value is there, will call first here, and at this place 5 is called, and it is checked like that. If 5 is exactly equal to 1, will it be correct? No. So that's why control will be passed to this else. 5 will never be equal to 1. That's why it gets false. So this statement will not run. So control will be passed to else. Else contains another condition. So the same value is called here. 5 exactly equal to 2? No. So again control is passed to else. Okay. So next again here if condition is there. Next condition is checked, 5 exactly equal to 3? No. Again control is passed to particular condition. So see what is happening. Next it is checked, 5 is exactly equal to 4? No. So again control is pass to next condition. After that, what happens? 5 is exactly equal to 5. Yes, it is exactly equal to 5. So this condition is met with the correct condition. So when the condition is correct, so control will not be passed further. It will be called here or passed here. This statement will execute. After executing this statement, the program will be, the control will come outside from this block. There is no further blocks are there. So program will end up. So this way our program executes here. Suppose I have given here n equal to 9. So 9 will not match with 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. That's why 9 will come in this condition, else. And your message will be printed as a wrong entry. So let's see this program how can be seen over the computer. See, no syntax error. After that, we will go here, we'll create the object. After that, void main, system is asking, give a number that is suitable for a name of the weekdays. So if you have given 3, what day should be printed? That is Wednesday. See, one answer already was there. Let it clear. See, one more time, right click, you have given 4, see, Thursday. Now before ending this, close this screen, clear this screen. Again, one more example. Suppose you have given 7. What should be printed? That is Sunday. See, clear? Next, if you have given any extra value like that, 9, 11, 12. So see what is happening. Suppose I have given 11. What should come? Wrong entry. Is it okay? So this way your conditional statement, if else if statement, executes the conditions and provide you the results on the basis of certain conditions. Okay, so on the basis of that we will do some more programs. A program is like that. Suppose we have to write a program. We are taking a new class. Before that, we will copy it. That will helpful for us. Okay, so we will create a new class, CL9 and 3. Okay, so what is our program? We will get a program, that program to perform calculation plus minus multiplication, division, on the basis of given number. So here you are going to perform a program where what will you do? You will give a number, and on the basis of given number, what to do? You will perform an operation where suppose you have given a number 1. So plus will be done, number 2 minus will be done, number 3 multiplication will be done, and number 4 division will be done on the basis of given number. So let it simplify, means exemplify more. Means for 1, addition will be done of 2 for example, for 1, addition of 2 numbers for 2 subtraction of 2 numbers, and so on and so on. After 4, any entry will be invalid. So you have written a program like that. You are saying if user is entering 1, so there will be 2 numbers, and the 2 numbers calculation means addition will be done. Then if you are means user is giving 2, so their subtraction will be done. If user is giving 3, so their multiplication will be done. If user giving 4, so their division will be done. Otherwise, after every entry of means after 4, every entry will be an illegal entry. So this you have to handle here. Now question is that how will you do it? If you are understanding the program, means you will take a number for choice 1, 2, 3, and you will take 2 other numbers for performing calculations. On the basis of choice, you will perform the calculation. See, very easy program is there. You need not to worry about this program. We have taken just copied and pasted the last program, and we will implement here only. See, CL3, first we will change the line, then condition will be same, near about. So this I am removing. See, I have said if means according to the program, if number is exactly equal to 1, so what to do? You have to take 2 more values that I have taken here. Suppose I have taken integer, 2 integer values, a equal to 45, comma b equal to 5. So this way we have taken 2 values. You can take with the function argument, no problem. Directly I have taken that I could show you the example, how is the example is working. So I have said if I am entering n for 1, so these 2 numbers should be added. So very simple, you call this number inside the parenthesis and you just add it. Sorry, one operation has been done. See how easier it is. You can write a message also. This way. So this way you can perform this operation. After that, what will you do? You need not to type, just do it, you work faster. Just copy it and put the else statements and then paste it. Change the value to the subtraction see. Next, three see. This way you will keep implementing your program and you will observe how easily, by copying and pasting, how easily and faster you can work over your program. See how this program has been implemented. In this program, what you are observing here is the integer n value, that is user given value. And on the basis of user given value, you have to perform 4 operations like that. For first, addition; for second, subtraction; for third, like that. And after 4, whatever entry is there, 4 means 5, 6, 7, 8, that will print the wrong entry. So program is in front of you. See what is happening. If we are taking n equal to 2, for example, so n value is called here in first condition check, and here it is called, and it will be checked like if n value means 2 exactly equal to 1. So control will go to this statement and will print the complete statement, means complete message, by calculating this operation. And if condition is equal to 2, so control will go here. If condition equal to 3, so control will go here, otherwise will pass further. If condition is equal to 4, so condition, this statement will execute, otherwise this last statement will execute. So let's see what happening if we are passing some values for the no syntax error. Now see, we are giving suppose 3. 3 means multiplication. So we will see the multiplication result on the screen. Is it coming? This is the last question, means program's answer. So we will clear this screen. Again we'll execute. System will ask, suppose we have given 3 again. So you will check, one answer is coming, the multiply of A and B. Is it okay? Next, suppose you have given the value for n, that is 2. So subtraction will be done, that is 45 minus C, the subtraction of A and B. It is coming. So before ending this screen, you must press Ctrl plus K, that's old result will be clear from the screen. Okay, one more attempt. So we will see some extra value. See, 5 I have given, that is out of the range. So what answer should come? Wrong entry. Clear? Next, one more. We will see division also. So for division, we will give 4 and we will check on 4 division is done or not. See. So this way, this program is helping us to understand the logic of if else if statement. If else statement, if statement provides us the logic that one condition gets wrong, so control is passed to another condition. If next condition is wrong, control is like that, will be passing to next condition till it satisfies the correct condition. And if the condition gets correct, so that condition related statements, means that condition associated statement will execute. Is it okay? So you will see in this program so many conditions are there. 1 condition, 2 condition, 3 condition, 4 condition, 5 condition. So when any number is matching with this condition, so that condition associated statement will execute. That condition associated statement will execute. Otherwise control will be passed to further. Is it okay? So this is the implementation, or you can say example of if-else-if statements. Now we will see some more examples over this if-else-if statements. On the basis of if-else-if statement, some important types of questions can be done and can be given in the examination paper. Those questions are called as, under their categories, that slab based conditional questions or direct calculation conditional questions. Means you will see suppose a program is written or given to you. I am taking a new class C. Okay. So here is a program. I tell you, we have 2 categories of program. One category of program that is normally given in the board paper and your home exam for your paper, question paper and questions. See, we have under conditional statement related program 2 important category of programs. One is direct calculation programs, and second is slab based calculation programs. Direct calculation based programs, you can take the example that suppose you are going mall, and in the mall there is a shop that is giving you a various discount options. You know, various discount options. For example, the mall is saying that if you will purchase the particular number of shirts, for example, if you are purchasing one shirt up to 500, so you will get no discount. If you are purchasing more than 500 till 2000, you will get 5% discount. If you are purchasing more than 2000 and up to 5000, so you will get 10% of discount. So this kind of programs will be considered under the direct calculation program. Means this kind of program is considered under direct calculation programs. What is slab based program? Slab based program are the programs that is said like that or given like that. We are going for a journey, so we have hired a cab, or we have hired a you can say taxi, or we have hired a vehicle. So the hiring charges like that is starting first 100 kilometer will be charged with 3 rupees per kilometer. Okay, starting 100 kilometer will be charged as 3 rupees per kilometer. After that, it will be charged with 3.5 rupees per kilometer. After the next 100, it will be charged as 4 rupees per kilometer. So this kind of program is called as slab based programs. So in our you can say class 9th, in the question paper of examination, you can get both category of programs, and both category of programs can be easily implemented using if else if statement, and also some other category of statements that is upcoming in this same chapter. Clear? So we will start first to understand what are the programs of direct calculation category. Suppose a program is given like that, direct calculation programs. A program is given like that, program to calculate the total cost basis of given condition. Suppose this payable cost and discount given conditions. What are the conditions? Conditions are like that. If purchase is up to a range, so discount will be how much? That is given for you. For example, if purchase is up to 2000, less than or up to 2000, so there will be discount for you 5%. Next, if purchase is more than 2000 and less than equal to 5000, then you will be given the discount up to 10%. After that, if more than 5000 purchase is there, so you will be given discount directly 20%. So this kind of program is called as direct calculation programs. See the logic. What is the logic behind this program working? This program is saying you are going to a shop and you have to do the purchasing. On the basis of purchasing, the shopkeeper or mall or mart is providing you some discount on the basis of your purchase. Now you just imagine, suppose I have purchased here 1000 rupees some item. So on the basis of these conditions, we are falling on which condition? We are falling on first condition, because our purchasing is less than 2000, that is only 1000. So we will be getting the discount of how much percent? 5%. So whatever payable amount will be there, I tell you with the very simple logic of 100 rupees. Suppose I purchased anything in 100 rupees and while purchasing there was a discount of 5 rupees over the 100 rupees. So I will pay to the shopkeeper not 100 rupees but 100 minus 5% of 100. So 5% of 100 will be 5 rupees. So 100 minus 5 means total I will pay the shopkeeper, that is 95. So same thing you have to perform in this program. There is a purchasing criteria given in front, discounts, various discounts option given in front. So on the basis of this, you have to perform the calculation, means you have to find out total payable cost, how much you have to pay to the shopkeeper and how much discount you found. Clear? So see, for doing such kind of program, what we are needed to do, we will start our program. See, we will take a purchase as function argument, a purchase amount as function argument. Okay, this purchase amount can be taken double also. So better take double because so many calculation will take place. So we will take it as double. After that, we are required some more variables as double type for calculating the discount as well as DIS, discount, and payable amount. Is it okay? So this payable amount will be what we have to calculate. Discount will be what will we have to calculate on the which basis, on the given criteria. So how you will proceed this condition. It is given, first condition is saying if purchase is up to 2000, means less than equal to 2000. It can be given in words up to 2000. It can be given this way like I have given. So you have to what do, directly start your condition if. See, if. After that you will call your purchase variable. I have taken the same variable. So purchase variable, and you will check if the purchase value is less than equal to 2000. That's it. First condition is ready. So what to do? You will make the block. You can practice with the block, and in the block you have to calculate the discount here. Discount. So you will call discount variable, DISCOUNT, discount variable. And for the discount variable, how we can find the discount of purchase, total purchase? So finding the discount in mathematics, we apply the formula. Suppose 100 rupees is there, so 100's 10%, 100 multiplied by 10 by 100. So this way we will find the discount, whatever discount we are getting, discount value, percentage value we will get, discount percentage value we will get. So we can calculate the discount percentage value like that. So how we will do? See, we will call purchase multiply how much percent? 5 by 100. See what you have done. You have said if the purchase amount is less than equal to 2000. So what is there? See here, if purchase amount, suppose here you have given 1000. So 1000 is less than 2000. That's why control will come here. Will calculate this way. Better you calculate it. First you perform this way calculation. Okay. After that, you will close this because one statement is there, no need of payable amount to calculate here, that we can calculate at last. So one statement is there here, no need of writing the block. You can write, you cannot write if one statement is there for one condition. After that, we will proceed for else. So second condition is what? Second condition is there if the purchase amount is greater than 2000, means 2001, 2500, 3000, whatever, and purchase is less than equal to 5000. Now see how I have written the condition. Here it is written if any such kind of range is written from 2000 to 5000, from 10,000 to 50,000. So you will apply two conditions here. One condition for left side, second condition for right side. And both condition will be added with AND operator. So see how it is working. You have said if the purchase amount is more than 2000, with that, if the purchase amount is less than 5,000, so discount will be calculated as purchase into %. And important practices you will do here. Okay. Next, if it is okay, then what will happen if this condition matches with the value? So this will execute, otherwise you are remaining only one condition. So this, for this condition, when last condition is there, you need not to proceed with the condition. You can write it with the else. How? See, suppose this condition is wrong. Suppose this condition first is wrong, second is wrong. So what is left? Third, automatically. So automatically it will be taken by else. Is it okay? So we can directly calculate here discount T. How much percent? 20%. So 20 by 100. This way we can perform. So see what is happening. Now, if the purchase amount has been taken according to these conditions, purchase amount has been taken 4,000. So first purchase amount will call here. 4,000 is equal to 2,000 or less than 2,000? No. 4,000 is less than or equal to 2,000? No. So control will be passed to else. Else is saying 4,000 is greater than 2,000? Yes. 4,000 will be greater than 2,000 and it will be checked further. 4,000 is less than equal to 5,000? Yes. So both condition gets true. That's why control will be, if will get true, and control will be coming for this statement, discount. Discount will be calculated. 4,000 into 10 will be divided, means after this calculation 4,000 into 10 will be 40,000, will be divided by 100. So whatever discount price will come will be saved in discount, and then control will come from this area to the other part of the program. And how we have to proceed with that? After this we have to calculate the payable amount. So payable, pay, amount, amount equal to whatever purchase amount is there, purchase, that will be minus by discount. Got it? So from purchase amount, discount will be subtracted, and due to this subtraction, how much amount you have to pay to the shopkeeper, that will come in which variable? Pay amount variable. Now you will print it. See, first you will print the message what you are going to print, discount. Okay, this discount price you got, you have printed. After that you will come downside, you will print payable price by pay amount. So this way you have done the program. See what you have done. You have taken a purchase amount from, suppose we have taken 1000. 1000 will be, or we have taken some big amount we are taking. Suppose we have taken 3000. So 3000 we have taken as purchase amount. 3000 will come first in this first condition. Purchase value will be matched with 2000. Purchase means 3000 is less than equal to 2000. Condition will be false. The control will be passed to else. Else is containing another condition. So here it is checked like that. 3000 is greater than 2000. True. 3000 is less than equal to 5000. True. That's why control is coming here, and it is calculated 3000 into 10 by 100. So how much it is there? You will get 30,000. 20 will remove. So answer will be there. How much? 300. So out of this 300 means 3000 and 3000's 10% means 300 will be as discount price. This will be stored here. From here control will come outside from this condition area, and it will jump from here to this printing statements. I make it separate. This printing statements. This printing statements is discount price. Discount price equal to discount. How much? 300. Then what is the payable price? So payable price will be pay amount, where the purchase amount 3000 minus 300 will be done. 3000 minus 300 will be done. So 2700 will be the payable amount. That will be printed here. So let's see. This program is showing you the same result. Close. We will create the, see, we have taken, suppose 3000 only we are taking. See, is it coming okay? See, last two answers. First we will change the line also first. Then we will see our result. And so we have changed the line. Now we will see the result. See, we have given, suppose 2500 we have given. See the price. Is it okay? Clear? So this way your direct calculation programs are proceeded, implemented again on few values. Suppose we have given 7000. Up see the discount price and payable price. You are getting 1400 discount, and you have to pay how much? 5600. So this way you can calculate the discount options using this condition. So have you come to know the direct calculation method? Direct calculation methods working on a certain condition range. If the range satisfy a value, so that particular condition will execute, means this is the range value, and suppose any value fall in this range, so this condition will run. Suppose any value fall in this range, so only one condition will run, not all. Are you getting? Means if I have purchased 6,000, so I will fall in this condition. If I have purchased 3,000 or 4,000, so I will fall in this condition. So only 10% discount I will get. This kind of programs is called as direct calculation programs. So here one range is means you put the condition according to the range, and whatever value is checked, whatever condition is checked, that is checked on a basis of certain selected range. If the range value is matches with the given value, or you can say given value is matching with the range value, so only one condition executes. That's why it is called direct calculation, means directly goes to which range is satisfying the condition true. Suppose this range, if this range is satisfying the condition, so this calculation will be done. If this range is satisfying, so directly this calculation will be done. Means if this particular condition executes, so direct this 5% calculation will be done. If this condition means second condition executes, so 10% calculation will be done, but 5 will be left. If next is there, so 20% will be calculating, other 2 will be left. This is the use of direct calculation method. So on the basis of multiple programs can be done. For example, you have purchased shirts 0 to 10 shirts, 10% discount, 10 to more than 10 to 50 shirts, 20% discount, more than 50 shirts, 25% discounts. So this kind of any program you can make from your side also, and you can take the help of your exercise that is given in your book, and you can try for such programs. Some other category of program on the basis of this we will do in next class. Okay, so thank you for being with me. I hope you have understood this logic. Please practice using your book. Some other examples I will tell in other class, and slab based program also in next class. Thank you. Have a nice day for you all.